Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will tell you what happened to Oppenheimer after the atomic bomb was dropped on Japan and how he became a target of suspicion and persecution by his own government. This video feels like history class, but this video will be helpful for those who watch Oppenheimer movie and want to know what happened to J. Robert Oppenheimer after the atomic bomb. Now, let's begin Oppenheimer's story. After the successful test of the atomic bomb at Trinity, Oppenheimer faced a moral dilemma. He was proud of his scientific achievement, but he was also horrified by the human cost of his invention. He later said that he felt like he had blood on his hands. He also had doubts about whether the bomb should be used against Japan, which was already on the verge of surrender. He argued that the bomb should be demonstrated first, or that Japan should be warned in advance. He also opposed the development of a more powerful hydrogen bomb, which he called a weapon of genocide. But his views were not shared by most of his colleagues and superiors, who saw the bomb as a necessary and decisive weapon to end the war and deter the Soviet Union. They also distrusted Oppenheimer's political affiliations and sympathies, which they considered to be communist or pro-Soviet. In August 1945, 2 atomic bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, killing over 200,000 people and forcing Japan to surrender. Oppenheimer was hailed as a hero by the public and the press, but he was also haunted by guilt and regret. He later said that the physicists have known sin, and this is a knowledge which they cannot lose. Oppenheimer tried to influence the post-war policy on nuclear weapons and arms control. He became a nuclear advisor for the Atomic Energy Commission, which was established in 1948 to oversee the U.S. nuclear research and development. He also became the director of the Institute for Advanced Study in Princeton, New Jersey, where he worked with other prominent scientists, including Albert Einstein. But Oppenheimer's influence and reputation soon came under attack. In 1954, he was accused of being a security risk by Lewis Strauss, the chairman of the AC and a political rival of Oppenheimer. Strauss claimed that Oppenheimer had lied about his past associations with communists, that he had leaked classified information to foreign agents, and that he had obstructed the development of the hydrogen bomb. Oppenheimer was subjected to a humiliating hearing that lasted for 4 weeks. He was interrogated by hostile witnesses and lawyers who questioned his loyalty and integrity. He was denied access to some of the evidence against him, and he was not allowed to cross-examine some of his accusers. The hearing ended with a verdict that stripped Oppenheimer of his security clearance and banned him from any government work. The verdict was widely criticized by many scientists and politicians who saw it as a witch hunt and a violation of due process. Oppenheimer appealed the verdict, but it was upheld by President Dwight D. Eisenhower in 1955. Oppenheimer became a pariah in the scientific community and the public eye. He was shunned by many of his former friends and colleagues who feared association with him. He was also vilified by some of his former enemies who accused him of being a traitor and a spy. Oppenheimer spent the rest of his life in relative isolation and depression. He continued to work at the Institute for Advanced Study, where he pursued his interests in physics, philosophy, and history. He also gave occasional lectures and interviews, where he expressed his views on nuclear weapons and world peace. He received some recognition and support from some quarters. In 1963, he was awarded the Enrico Fermi Award by President John F. Kennedy for his contributions to nuclear physics and national security. He also received honorary degrees from several universities, including Harvard and Oxford. But Oppenheimer never recovered from the trauma of his ordeal. He suffered from various health problems, including high blood pressure, insomnia, and throat cancer. He died on February 18, 1967, at the age of 62. Oppenheimer's legacy remains controversial and complex. He is widely regarded as one of the greatest physicists of all time, who made groundbreaking discoveries in quantum mechanics, cosmology, and nuclear physics. He is also seen as a tragic figure who paid a high price for his scientific genius and moral conscience. He is remembered as a man who changed history with his invention of the atomic bomb, but who also tried to change it with his vision of a world without nuclear war. He is admired by some as a hero and a martyr, and despised by others as a villain and a traitor. He is, in short, a human being who embodied the best and the worst of the 20th century. This concludes the story of Robert Oppenheimer, the father of the atomic bomb. I hope you learned something new and interesting from this video. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.